Let's just get down to it.
And it's time for your sports fix.
Strap yourselves in, folks.
From two guys who have covered the teams you're passionate about for years.
We are professionals.
This is Jake Scott and Ben Anderson on 97.5 The KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5 The KSL Sports Zone. Jake Scott, Ben Anderson. Happy Monday to everybody, however you may be listening, whether it's over the air,
hopefully on video,
streaming.
Hopefully you're streaming today. We got
our friends in the future via podcast.
We got a surprise today.
And yes, streaming on the YouTube, as the kids.
It's not that noticeable. It looks, because Ben is wearing a scarf.
Okay.
And it looks like Jake is also wearing a scarf.
Oh, good. That's terrific.
Do you want to explain what's going on?
I fractured my humerus, so I...
Nothing funny about that.
No, humerus.
Yeah.
In fact, when I Googled humerus, it said, "Did you mean humerus?" No, I in fact did not mean humerus.
No, sir.
No, it's not humorous at all. Yeah, I hurt myself skiing.
Skiing. Dang. You're a good skier.
I don't know about a good skier, but I'm
skied your
usually
whole life.
good enough.
Yeah.
And you know what? It was one. It always is the last run.
Oh, was it really?
And it was the last run. And we skied Deer Valley, and we skied without kids. We kind of did my wife's birthday celebration kind of thing. And if you've ever been to Deer Valley, the last run of the day is just a cruiser green down to the bottom.
Okay.
There's like one way to go. There's like two maybe, but there's like one way to go. And it's a cruiser green, just cruising along, Ben. And my skis crossed, and I just sometimes when you're about to fall, you can kind of feel it, and you can brace yourself or whatever. This was not the case. It just slammed me right into the snow, and it right on my shoulder.
Yeah.
And like the inside part of my shoulder, Yeah. And what's funny, like. So I roll over because I landed awkwardly. Here's too much information for you. I landed awkwardly and I absolutely strained my groin. So not only did I break my arm, but my groin is killing me.
Yeah.
It hurts so bad.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, that's not the first time you said that.
I know. I don't know. I have a propensity. I must have strainable groin. The left side, not the right's fine, but the left is.
Good. I was worried about your right groin.
So I roll over and I sit up. I've got snow all over my goggles, which I'm just not caring about because I'm just trying to decide. Like, I know I hurt myself, but how hurt am I really?
Yeah.
And what's funny, and I love people, and I love people who show concern, but people are like, "Are you okay?" Which I certainly have said to people I've seen fall.
Of course.
I just give the thumbs up because I have no idea if I'm okay. But I'm not dead.
Yeah,
so
I'm breathing.
I'm going to give the thumbs up so you can move on with your day. I appreciate your concern. So my wife then comes up, and she didn't see me fall, but she sees the aftermath. And are you okay?
Yeah. Thumbs up. Through the tears.
So anyway, in a couple of minutes I come to the conclusion, like, I'm not taking the toboggan down. I don't know how hurt I am, but I'm certainly not going to be that guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to wait
saw that guy at Snowbird the
20
other day.
minutes for the ski patrol and then take the toboggan down or whatever. That's not happening. So get me up off the snow.
Yeah.
And I made it to the bottom.
Yeah.
And then...
Geez, you're like Kobe walking off the floor after tearing his Achilles.
No, I'm really not. But this is where the story gets kind of funny. So... It was my wife's. We were doing it for her birthday, right? So the whole idea was ski day and then dinner with the family, and we went down to the melting pot and had a lovely meal.
Oh, nice.
But I went to the lodge. I was like, we're hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna hang out for a little while. I don't know how hurt this is. I'm pulling the old like how.
I think I'll be all right.
Yeah. We go to dinner. Came home, went to bed.
Wow, you slept on it.
Woke up, kind of slept. That's a way to put it. And then the next morning, I was like, probably ought to
get it looked at.
Maybe I'll get it checked out. So I went down there and to the doctor, and the doctor's like, push against this, and how much can you do that? And put me through several excruciating minutes. And then I said, and then he goes, it's probably just strain. Sure, you just strained it. put a couple of Advil on it, and thanks for wasting
Didn't call for an X-ray?
Thanks for wasting my time, Softy. And then said on the way out, he's like, well, we might as well get it X-rayed while you're here. And then I got a call like an hour later. He's like, oh,
Mr. Scott?
are you in a humorous mood? Because
You're going to need to sit down to hear this
you
news.
fractured your humerus. And so now I'm stuck in this stupid thing for 3 weeks. And then physical therapy, which who cares?
So no surgery.
No surgery, no cast, no nothing. I'm
Okay.
fine. Honestly.
Not
it's,
like a bad break.
No, I didn't snap it in two. I
Yeah.
just fractured it.
Okay.
And so it's no big deal, except for I have to be in this stupid thing on the Disney cruise.
Oh, right.
My wife returned the snorkel gear she bought me already.
Oh,
No high fives for Mickey.
yeah.
No.
And then you're left-handed, and you.
I am
broke your
left-handed,
your
and
left arm.
yes. So now I have to do everything right-handed, which
You'll be more proficient.
whatever. I don't want to be more proficient at the things that I'm going to have to be more proficient at. I've been fine doing those things left-handed. I brought up a particularly awkward one before we came on the air. Oh, I'll tell you the weirdest.
Leave it open for interpretation.
Leave it wide open.
I'll tell you the weirdest one. Before I went to the doctor, I took a shower before we went to dinner. And it really should have been my first clue that it nearly brought me to tears to wash my left armpit. I nearly yelped out loud, just trying to get the soap out of my left armpit. That hurt a little. Okay, that hurt a lot.
Just baths for me. Yeah.
Am I just going to leave this Dove extra moisturizing soap in my armpit? Because I'm really considering
Can't lift the shoulder up.
really considering doing that right now. So anyway, Christian, don't ask me to do any typing, please.
Glad you're feeling okay.
Oh, yeah.
Glad it wasn't worse.
No, I
And
love
a month, you can do a month.
my 4-year-old, who's usually the spicy kid. She's got this weird empathy bone where if anybody's sick or injured, all of a sudden she's like, Dad, are you okay? And it's like, wow, this is really the best side of you.
Yeah. You're just gonna hold on to your little sling there, and anytime she's being rough, just throw it on. Dad's hurting today.
Hey, oh, Dad, are you okay? I love it.
I need you to wash my armpits.
If it took me breaking my arm to bring that side of my child really to the forefront, then that's pretty good. That's a nice trade-off.
Well,
I'll take it.
that stinks. And falling in front of people is one of the worst.
In front of the ski school,
Yeah.
in front of it was everybody going down the hill at the end of the day.
Yep.
I couldn't have fallen at no point during the rest of the day could I have fallen in front of more people.
Yep.
It was worse than falling under the lift, which is always
Yeah,
terrible.
that's not funny either, because then people are kicking their snow on you.
Because then, and you get the inevitable, way to go, guy!
You can't park there.
Good one! Terrible.
Well, welcome back.
It's like teeing off when somebody's watching.
I'm glad you were able to come today. We're doing an extra hour today, so I'm glad you were able to hang.
Yes, we are doing an extra hour. Not replacing Hans, just doing an
Just
extra
doing
hour.
an extra hour. Because Scotty G had to replace Bowler last night in Toronto.
Scotty G had a long day.
Yes, he did.
He called the Aggie San Diego State game, which after those end, he has to drive all the way down the Sardine Canyon through Christian country in Brigham City and home. And then had to get on a red eye basically and fly to Toronto, stopping in Detroit first,
Oh, is that what it was?
then going through customs.
You got to keep your passport current in this line of work. Not
guess
us,
so.
but for Scotty for sure.
By the way, Scotty does great filling in for David. He does. He's so good. I mean, he's great with Utah State too. But I mean, to be able to like pick it up with the Jazz on the fly and do a really good job and know his stuff and be able to interact with Ron because Scotty has worked in one way or another with Ron for a really long time. You know, that sort of thing makes it pretty seamless. Pretty impressive.
You got some screen time last night because Locke was talking to Thurl about Scotty filling in, and so they cut to Scotty for a bit during the game.
Plus, Scotty's really fun. So
Yeah.
we'll like he asked us for some phrase for him to sneak into the broadcast. You know what I picked?
Humorous.
Mountie.
Oh,
Because they were
okay.
in Toronto.
Sure. Yeah.
Mountie.
Yeah.
I should have had Jamil cut it.
Christian, go back and listen to the whole game
The whole game.
and see if you can find it.
I'll let you know.
I think it was in the second quarter. It's the whole second quarter.
You joke, but I've had to do this for Lloyd before. They do this all the time.
They do it to me every time.
Yeah.
What has Lloyd had you search a whole game for?
They give key phrases to Scotty all the time for football games.
Oh, gotcha. Mm-hmm. I got you. I don't feel bad for you.
I don't envy you.
No,
Yeah.
Listen, when I first got into this business and was doing that sort of thing, I was going from digital audio disc or whatever those things were, and you had to roll it in real time. And then so back in my day, Christian, it was way harder. So
Yeah, certainly no double speed.
And you know what? There's somebody in this building that was cutting tape when that was literally what it was, and they don't want to hear it from me either.
Yeah, correct.
Mini disc roll into the computer real time.
Yeah. Oof.
And you know what? You don't have to cut Karl Malone press conferences either, which was
not easy.
Really something. I will never forget his retirement press conference. I mean, 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Of he and Larry, who was also very long-winded. Just
taking turns crying.
You think you're joking?
No, right.
Right. And then Carl started threatening people if they ever messed with his kids. And he had just seen the movie X-Men, and that was obvious because
I look like Wolverine.
He referenced the Wolverine multiple times.
Yeah.
It was, but anyway, roll that back real time. And then, by the way, try to find, this was back in the day where we were pretty national socialists about clip cuts and length and all that. It's like, hey, find a 15-second bite. You find a 15-second bite.
Yeah, right.
That makes any sort of sense.
Yeah. It starts in one place and ends in a similar area.
And has a consecutive 15 seconds of relevancy without the other 3 minutes to either set it up or make it make sense.
Yeah.
Anywho, Christian, they didn't even tell you like, hey, first half, somewhere around 10 minutes or so.
I was just being dramatic.
Okay, all right. Because that would be cruel.
No, it really wasn't. And most of the time, I was producing the game anyways. So.
Keep an ear out for it.
That would be cruel. Like when we used to have interns and we would say, okay, got jazz tickets. We don't right now, by the way. Don't call. We have jazz tickets. 90-second caller. And then you'd watch them do it. You'd be like, okay, better get started.
Yep.
46.
48.
47. Lloyd used to do something funny as long as we're on a tangent on a Monday. He used to put on the air, if we did caller number 12, he used to patch through caller number 11 just to get their reaction.
Oh.
Oh, you're caller number 11. Oh, no!
So close.
We could start doing that. That was a pretty funny bit.
Is this your first broken bone?
Yes and no.
Okay.
First broken bone that I've known about.
Okay.
I broke my collarbone at some point, and I don't know when.
Oh, okay.
I was getting a physical when I was a teenager, and the doctor's like, "When did you break your collarbone?" And I said, "I don't know. I didn't. Never.
Never." He goes, wrong.
He's like, "Well,
pal.
this one sticks out like an inch, not an inch, half an inch further."
Huh.
So anyway, first broken bone that I've known about.
Okay.
Sucks.
Christian, broken bones?
No, I drink a lot of milk.
Oh, okay. I broke my hand once.
Did I just get milk shamed?
Probably not drinking enough calcium.
You're 45.
Yeah.
And it took you this long to break a bone.
44, thank you.
Yeah.
You're 44.
I broke a hand in high school making fun of a kid who was doing a handstand during gym, and I was like, I could do that, and I could not.
And in fact, I could not do that.
I could not, and I broke my hand. So he got the last laugh. Shout out to that kid.
I find that funny.
It was funny. I knew it right away because my hand swelled up immediately, got red hot, and then it swelled up, and I thought, oh, that's never happened before. So I walked down and I went to the dentist, or the doctor, not the dentist, the doctor, and he said, who did you punch? Because it's a boxer's fracture. I said, I didn't punch anyone, and he didn't believe me. I said, I'm 5'4" and 119 pounds. I can't punch people. He's like, that's probably true.
I'll tell you this. I'm never asking anybody on the ski hill if they're okay ever again.
What are you asking? You just going over them? You jumping them?
Oh, no, I'll just swoosh on by.
Yeah. Just spray them with snow and keep on going.
My brother did that to a friend that actually severely injured himself.
Take this.
Yeah, guy separated his shoulder and was trying some sort of stupid jump, and then my brother just, said, "Do you want to build a snowman?" and sprayed him. My brother knew something was wrong when
There's more blood in that snow than I expected.
My brother really knew something was wrong when he didn't even react to the spray.
Yeah.
Not even in shock and not even noticing that somebody just
dusted him.
Just buried you in snow.
Yeah.
which is always funny.
Well, it's a bad place to break. Hard to get your boots off. I'm sure that was just your wife pulling your boots off.
No, I didn't have my wife pull my boots off. At that point, I didn't think I was severely injured.
Yeah, you had some adrenaline, I'm sure.
And I honestly thought I just.
No, it wasn't until he washed his armpit, remember?
Yeah.
That
He
was
was more worried about his groin.
a couple hours later. Yeah, the groin pain on top of it, though, because I have to limp around as well as do stuff with my right hand. Tried to make my kids breakfast this morning, and it's like, Ben, smearing peanut butter with your
Really
offhand
hard,
is
yeah.
just stinks.
No leverage. Yeah, you can't hold the other piece down. I get it. It's really difficult.
And you guys are just going to clown me. That's basically what you said.
3 weeks. You got to put up with some jokes for 3 weeks, and if you get better, we'll stop.
So I'm assuming you want to doom the Cougs for losing to the Jayhawks
We
on
can do
Saturday?
top 3 stories.
You want to get to that coming up next?
This is probably a better idea.
All right, then clown me about my broken arm. All right, stay
I've got some
tuned.
off-air jokes. I've been lined up. So
Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
It's time to break down the biggest stories of the day. This is the top 3 stories of the day on KSLSports.com. On 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Jake, Scott, Ben Anderson. I don't know why we don't have Armpit today. We've got Rich Eisen up in studio, and they've got Mike Mayock on. How can anybody take him seriously anymore?
after ruining the Raiders?
After doing such a poor job with the Raiders. It's like Herm Edwards. It's like, why does anybody listen to this clown? Who cares what you have to say, Mike? You suck.
Yeah. You've gotten your bite at the apple, and you did a very bad job. What are you an expert on now?
It's like if Ben, who constantly rails on Jazz general management, got hired to be the next general manager, really stunk at it.
Yeah.
You can't go back to roast to the new regime.
Yeah. Be like, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, right.
These guys are clowns.
Yeah, who was that guy, Matt Millen or whatever, who went to the Lions? Remember that and was a historically bad general manager, then went back to TV? Like, how do we take you seriously, Matt? Anyway, time for the top three stories of the day, KSLSports.com. Brought to you by J. Brooks Jewelers. Cherish your love. J. Brooks Jewelers. Explore their expertly crafted engagement rings made from the finest materials. J. Brooks Jewelers. All right, Christian, where do you want to start today?
Number one, BYU falls to Kansas. Cougs are now 5-3 in the Big 12.
And not a particularly inspiring performance, sans BYU doing exactly what they always do, which is put together a late rally, which made the score look closer than the game actually felt.
I don't, we used to blame that on sleepwalking. I don't know if that's the case. I think that might be a result of some lack of depth. Like if you're AJ DiBonsa and you're like, I'm going to have to play the whole game basically, well, I'm going to take it easy out of the gate. I don't know. Because it's obviously more than a trend at this point, right?
Yeah, clearly.
So it's obviously an issue.
It's a flaw.
And if you can't get up to play Kansas in Lawrence, I don't know. I don't think that's it. I would buy I'm pacing myself, like when I walked at the beginning of the mile in 7th grade. Like, hey, coach, I'm just pacing myself.
I'm not ruling it out, but I would counter with the fact that BYU played more players than Kansas did. BYU played a full 9-man rotation. And I mean full because every player played at least 10 minutes. Kansas played 8 total guys and only 6 guys more than 10 minutes. They had 2 players come off the bench combine for 9 minutes and took all of 1 shot. So they really played 6 guys basically with Jamari McDowell coming off the bench and playing 26 minutes as the only kind of notable sub, which is a tournament rotation and clearly some sign that Bill Self really wanted to win this game because he was willing to go to great lengths to do it. And they were up 20 at halftime and kind of coasted into an 8-point victory. I do think the problem is that AJ has not played well in these big games. And if teams are game planning for him and they can take him out of it, that's really bad for BYU because that's going to be everybody's game plan in the tournament. And as good as we saw Richie Saunders play, where he was the best player on the floor, I thought, 33 points, 10 rebounds. He's going to carve himself out an NBA role playing this way. AJ's got to be a lot better. When you're making $7 million a year and 4 of it's coming from BYU or BYU donors or whatever it is, you can't finish a game with 17 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. I'm sorry. You're the next guy. You are in this conversation with Cooper Flagg and your best American recruits since Zion or whatever you want to say. He's got to be way better than this. I don't know. This is the design of the team. The reason they don't have depth is because all the money went to AJ. So you've got to be better.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you. He hasn't, he played well against Utah, but he's struggled against some better teams.
Arizona and Texas Tech, he's not played well.
Right. Well, I mean, we'll see how that proceeds. But money has not or does not change the fact that AJ DiBonsa is how old?
19, 18.
Consistency in life is a problem
Yep.
for an 18-year-old, let alone consistency in basketball, where young people get thrown askew by all sorts of things. I mean, we could get into sports cliches like playing at home as opposed to playing on the road, because you look at college basketball's road record, and I've talked to coaches who say the only sport that home court advantage actually matters is college basketball, because the swing is so great. Mm-hmm. And it's why you see teams, I think about BYU in the West Coast Conference. Like one night they're beating Gonzaga at the Kennel, and then the next night they're booting one to San Diego, because young people have a tough time being consistent. And I know everybody wants to hold everybody to a different standard because of the money. Mm-hmm. I'm not so sure that is all that fair. I mean, I don't know if AJ DiBonsa is arguing with his girlfriend or something, because all that stuff comes into play. That being said, if they are going to beat good teams on the road, then they have to play well. I don't think that is rocket science per se, certainly not in college basketball. And I don't think BYU played to the best of its capability for two halves of college basketball.
It is not AJ DiBonsa's fault. It is the flaw of the design of the team to bet everything on an 18-year-old coming in and knowing how to win in Kansas on the road against the other top recruit in the country. That's a flaw. That's a bad design. Mm-hmm. It's not an impossible design. It's better than a lot of designs. You would rather have what BYU has than most teams in college basketball, no question about it. But when you have an $8 to $10 million roster, whatever it costs BYU to put this team out there on the floor, plus a very high-paid coach, you are expecting elite results because you're spending elite money. So you want to see the returns on that investment, and losses now to Texas Tech, Arizona, and Kansas, 3 of your last 4 games, as the ranked teams on your schedule, is not elite results. And so that's the design flaw, not an AJ DiBonsa flaw. So I'm not knocking AJ. In fact, the stupidest argument over the weekend was, oh, well, Darren Peterson outplayed him. He's got to be the number 1 pick in the draft. What? Off one game? This goes back to our Sam Darnold conversation. You got rid of Sam Darnold in Minnesota because of one game? Are you stupid? Would you draft Darren Peterson over A.J. DiBonsa because he outplayed him in the first half of a game he couldn't play in the second half because he cramps up every 45 minutes? If that's your idea, yeah, you're Mike Mayock. That's the level of GM you are. I hope that's not how anyone's approaching it, nor do I think NBA GMs actually are. But that's a stupid argument. It's not that A.J. DiBonsa is not a good player and won't be a great player and isn't going to be an all-star in the NBA. I think he is going to be. I think all those things are coming true, but this is the gamble that BYU did make on a very young player.
But that's what we pardon me. We watch every young player in the NBA work that out. They didn't start over. They were, you know what I mean? Like Keyonte George's secret sauce this year, truly, is that he is repeating his performance. Keyonte, as a rookie, was more than capable of putting up 30 points and 6 assists. Mm-hmm. But against tougher opponents, right, or where scenarios weren't ideal, he didn't show up. This year, no matter what, he shows up every game. Even his bad games, he shows up. He makes a total impact on the game, which I know is a point you were trying to make about Ace Bailey last night, trying to get back in his good graces. We could talk about that, because if he's not furious at you, I don't know. I mean, he should be.
Okay.
If he's not, he should be.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Any other thoughts on BYU? I mean, here's the best part about the Big 12. You have about 10 minutes to think about it, mm-hmm, and then you've got another awesome game coming up down the stretch. Oklahoma State on the road is going – I know they're not terrific,
they're not good, yeah,
but that's not going to be an easy game because that environment is
just not easy games.
And then you've got a chance to play Houston.
Yeah.
And totally redeem yourself.
Yeah.
Or not. They're still getting into the tournament no matter what.
Yes. They've got to learn how to win these games because, yes, they're going to make the tournament, but you only have AJ for 1 year, so you got to figure it out.
All right, what's next?
Number 2, a couple big developments for the Jazz over the weekend. Friday, Keyonte George hurt his ankle against Brooklyn. And then yesterday, the Jazz lost to Toronto. 6 straight losses for the Jazz.
Jazz are 5-20 in their last 25 games. They started the season 10-15. It's kind of right around the conversations we were saying, like, should they just try and make the play-in tournament, just forget this pick, boot it, try and just get in, give OKC the 15th overall pick and say, fine, we like the experience that we got from trying to make a playoff run. They have the worst record in the NBA since that 25-game start. 5-20 is not just the worst record in the NBA, it's the worst by a lot. They're tied with the Grizzlies for the fewest wins, but I think the Grizzlies only have 15 losses. The Jazz have played 5 more games and lost all of them in that stretch. The Jazz win rate, 0.2 or 200, over their last 25 games is actually worse than they were last year. So as we talked about this, I think I kind of tried to prep this, which was that if you thought the last 3 years were bad, wait till you see how the Jazz close this season. And they have. They have been quite poor. They played okay last night against Toronto. Toronto's not good. They're just another mediocre Eastern Conference team that can't figure out what they're doing.
They're in 4th.
Right. The entire East is just absolutely decrepit, which is why if I were a team in the East right now, I would be trying to buy at the trade deadline because I think it's ripe for the picking. But doesn't seem like anyone's out there.
Ace Bailey had 4 points.
Mm-hmm.
Did not shoot it well.
Nope.
1 for 10. Managed to grab 11 rebounds and grab some tough ones too.
Career high, yeah.
Way to go. Ace has not scored 20 points since you jinxed him in the first 2 minutes of the Golden State game.
Killed him. He had 6 points in 2 minutes. I thought, here it is. This dude's scoring 20 every night. Put your house on it.
I look at my watch. Did Ben tweet that out at 7:15?
Game just started.
Game tipped off at 7:08 or whatever it is.
Ben, I lost my house. Thank
Obviously,
You owe me a
obviously on his way to 20 again, and he hasn't scored 20 since. He had 19 that game, and he had 12 against Brooklyn,
No, he's had 4.
and now 4.
Yeah.
So it's headed in the wrong direction.
Going backwards.
He should beat you up in the parking lot.
He probably will.
Obviously, he's going to get to 20 again tonight.
Ace is a very nice person. I'm not worried about him beating
Obviously,
me up.
everyone.
I tweeted this out last night. This is the bright green flag of his career, which is a lot of guys, especially guys who are known as scorers, if they're not scoring, they check themselves out of the game. They are not going to make an impact. In fact, I was a little bit worried about that with A.J. DeBonsa watching him against Kansas, which was, I get the ball's not going in. I get you're not scoring at a great rate right now. How do you only have 1 rebound and 1 assist? You're the most physically gifted player on the floor, especially in the second half when Darren Peterson's not out there. Where's the dimes? You know, why aren't you crashing the glass? Find a way to impact the game. And that's what Ace Bailey did last night. Now, that's not saying Ace was good last night. He wasn't. I don't think he was particularly impactful, but he didn't put his head down and check out of the game despite the fact that he had to play 25 minutes. You know, he still tried to find a way to get involved. In fact, as the Jazz were making a late comeback, he had a big offensive rebound and a dunk. It was his only made basket of the night. So I think those are good signs about his future.
I thought the only really thing from a Jazz perspective that you could take, certainly, I get what you're saying, but the fact that they guarded against Toronto, I thought was notable. I mean, really poured a lot of effort into playing defense to the point where, and you heard the clip we played, it's basically all anybody talked about in the post game. You saw Lowry Markkanen flying out of nowhere to block shots. I mean, really, the effort level was at a max. They couldn't throw it in the ocean. Did not affect their effort. They still grinded it, made it closer than it probably should have because they did a good job guarding. And that's not true every night.
Will be worth watching if they are a much better defensive team with Keyonte George out of the lineup with this ankle injury. I don't think it's Keontae's fault that they're a bad defensive team, but Keontae's not a particularly good defensive player, though neither is Isaiah Collier, who is replacing him right now in the starting lineup. Isaiah seems to blow more rotations than Keyonte does, but let's see. If the defense improves a lot without Keyonte in the lineup, there's probably a Keyonte issue there.
I would say it's more an indicator of competitiveness, honestly, just from this sense that they don't have anyone not named Lowry that can actually score in an NBA game playing. Mm-hmm. So if they're going to be competitive in the game, they're not going to score 130 points.
Yeah.
So you better go out and guard because
it's your only hope.
They had 99 against the Nets, who are truly one of the worst defensive basketball teams in the league. And that was without Lowry, but with Keyonte. And then here, without Keyonte and with Lowry, they only managed 100 points. I mean, it's because everybody's guarding Lowry. He's got 3 guys on him at all times because there's nobody else on the floor that's really legitimate scoring threat.
Should also, before piling on Keyonte, which is not what you're doing at all, note that Toronto is a one-trick pony. They want to run off of everything, and if they can't get a layup off of running, their offense grinds to an absolute halt and is unwatchable, and they just give the ball to Brandon Ingram, and they say, let's see if you can go take a really difficult 18-footer over somebody. And that's what he does over and over. And if he's hitting, the offense looks okay, and if he's not, they look like they did last night. So they're a pretty easy offense to solve as long as you mind your P's and Q's by getting back, and even the Jazz didn't do that perfectly, but they did it enough to keep the game close.
You know what I like about Toronto? I like the fact that they changed R.J. Barrett's role for the better.
Okay.
He's not an athletic wing. They've beefed him up a little bit and turned him into more of a hybrid big kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I like players that embrace that, especially, highly drafted. What was R.J. fifth or something? Sixth, fourth?
Yeah.
That, maybe bounce around, get traded a couple times, and they're like, listen, you want to carve out a role for yourself. Let's get you some peanut butter sandwiches. Mm-hmm. Let's put some weight on you, and we're going to have you be tough, and play this hybrid position that nobody wants to match up against. I like that.
Yep.
Like that.
Like that?
What's next?
Number 3, All-Star reserves were announced yesterday. Surprise, surprise. No Jazz players.
No Jazz players represented, and as of now, no real Jazz representation at All-Star Weekend. Now, we have not gotten the full dunk contest, skills challenge, three-point shooting contest.
But nobody's going to that. Even if you were invited, if that's the only thing you're doing, hard pass.
I wonder if they would try and get Keyonte to come just to have some young star representation.
After LaGarza humiliated him, a hard pass there too.
Keyonte is one of the young stars coming up in the league, so they could try and get him to come out and be involved, and he is shooting better from three, but certainly
they
not.
had their chance. The assistant coaches, or no, who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Ace.
That was Ace.
My bad.
Yeah.
Bad joke.
Yeah, that was Ace.
The head coaches slighted Keyonte.
But also, Keontae's now dealing with an ankle injury. I honestly don't know if we're going to see him. I mean, I know he's listed as questionable yesterday before being ruled out. I saw him after the game, and he said it was a minor ankle roll, but he was not putting any weight on it. Like, he was really limping after the Brooklyn game when he
honestly,
hurt
I
himself.
don't know why they would play him.
Yeah, you don't need to play him on this road trip. He's probably not getting very good rehab right now on the road. It's much easier to do at home. So
you don't care about winning,
and you're not trying to win.
Yeah, so why not just give him the whole time off?
Yeah, take a week off.
Send him out to Cancun a week early.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. Can you move your tickets?
Go do 2 weeks of Cancun.
Be great.
Enjoy.
Salt water is great for the ankle.
Sure is.
Go stick it in the beach.
Pineapple has healing properties.
So, yeah, anti-inflammatories. So, I'm with you. I don't know why you would rush him back in any sense. So, yeah, no reason to put him out there. And then, yeah, don't go and participate in something, even if it's silly, like the three-point shooting contest.
I wouldn't.
If you're rehabbing an ankle injury. Take the entire week off.
Lowry,
all this week off would be fine.
Lowry has the numbers to be an all-star, but, I mean, remember when he made it the last time, the Jazz were actually trying, and they were kind of the story of the league because they got off to a hot start that nobody expected and on and on. That is not the case this year. So the Jazz as a team aren't getting the shine, thus their player is not going to get the shine. And by the way, who's he going to bump? LeBron? I mean,
Right,
yeah,
LeBron
I
did
think
make it.
he's having a better year than LeBron, sure.
Yeah.
But who's he going to bump? I mean, Denny
Avdia.
Avdia, who's having a great year.
No,
but
he's been
that's
better than
at
Lowry.
least an argument, you know?
The Hail Mary for the Jazz to get a player in the All-Star game is that Giannis was selected and is not going to play because he's already got this calf injury and he's going to be out for 6 weeks. So he's certainly not going to be available 2 weeks from now. And the NBA is doing the new tournament All-Star format, which has 3 American teams, 8-player teams, or 7-player teams. Can't remember if it's 7 or 8, and an international
Right.
team. And Giannis is already not playing.
So they need an
They need to
international
add-
replacement.
Now, what they could do is move Karl Anthony Towns, who was chosen, over to the international side.
Ridiculously chosen. That's
I agree.
silly.
But they could move him over, or the far more likelihood is that Alperen Şengün gets picked up from the Houston Rockets because Alperen Şengün has also had a great year, and the Rockets are a much better team than the Jazz. So that's what I think is going to happen. But I guess still technically the door is open for Lowry to make it. I'm just not betting on it.
Unless you're an already established star, you need some sort of storyline to get you into the game.
Yeah.
And Lowry doesn't have a good storyline.
No. Same reason Michael Porter Jr. didn't make it. Michael Porter Jr. is having a great year, probably has a better storyline that he gets moved to Brooklyn and does start playing like the star everyone thought he was going to be coming out of the draft, but is also on a team that has won 13 games. It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
If you've won 15 games or 13 games, the NBA doesn't really consider you a part of the story.
No,
And I don't blame them.
The Lakers can have several bad years, and Kobe's still going to make it.
Yeah.
But if the Jazz are not having a good year, their star isn't going to make it.
Right.
Unless it's Karl Malone, who's already an established.
Right.
Star.
And the Jazz didn't really have bad years. They may have had less than great years, but they were always above 500. This Jazz team is not.
Why did LeBron make it?
That was weird. I'm with you. Nobody kind of had him penciled in other than the name. And then some people wondered, would he get the Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade, honorary, Chris Paul, I think, got it even one year, the honorary welcome to the All-Star game just because it might be your last chance? Nope, coach just picked him.
He's going to play again next year. You can have him do the farewell thing next year.
Yeah, he's going to do it again next season. So we'll see.
All right, stay tuned. We'll have more Jake and Ben coming up next. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Who's got it better than us?
Your home for the best sports coverage in Utah. You're listening to Jake Scott and Ben Anderson on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. This week, the world is watching, and you could be watching on your brand new 75-inch smart TV. The KSL Sports Zone wants you front and center for every unforgettable moment. Enter to win on kslsports.com/contests. And for additional entries, listen this week for keywords to be announced during each show. The more entries you have, the better your chance to win. The countdown is on. Opening ceremonies Friday, the big game Sunday. Pre-game coverage starting at 11 a.m., so it's a big weekend. Watch it all, KSL 5 TV. And it could be a brand new TV.
I'm excited for the Olympics.
Smart TV, not a tube.
What do you think? Think Christian still uses a big old tube TV?
I did in college, actually.
I remember we had this big old tube TV, and I remember the last time I moved it because I was like, this
You
is...
broke your shoulder.
No, well, I guess it had to be the second to last time I moved it because I moved it from the basement upstairs. And I said, this is the next stop for this TV is the dumpster.
Yeah.
This is the last one because it nearly killed me to get it up the stairs. They used to be so heavy. Who was I talking to about this the other day? TVs weigh like 4 pounds now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I remember when the tube took up half the dang room.
Oh, it was a real danger that the TV was going to fall and kill you as a child.
If there was an earthquake.
And now it's like, yeah, it just bounces off your kid's head. Don't let it fall on them, but you'll probably be okay, in all honesty.
When I sold electronics at Sears, Web TV was a thing. Do you remember what that was?
I remember the name.
It made no. It was somehow to get internet access through your television as opposed to
On your computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in hindsight, it's not a real surprise that it didn't make it because there now is basically no difference between.
Correct. That's what a smart TV is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So maybe I guess it was ahead of its time.
Yeah. Just had a bad name.
It was a bad product.
It also didn't work well.
It also did not. I don't think I sold one. Why would I get this for my TV? I've got a computer.
Yeah.
Even in whatever year that was, 2000.
Are TVs the most radical? I guess the internet has to be there, but the most radical change in technology in our lifetime? There's been a lot.
No, not even close.
You
The
don't think-
phone is way
Yeah,
more.
the phone, you're right. To the point where now we have a TV in our pocket.
Yeah.
And a computer in our pocket and a phone in our pocket. Okay. I mean, the internet entirely is come around. Christian, you've experienced less of this. Your revolution technologically has not as been dramatic as Jake and mine, but you also are 15 to 20 years behind us age-wise.
Yeah.
So
You
we'll
guys
see
are
what
old.
happens then.
Do you remember your parents having anything other than a smartphone?
Yeah, my dad had this phone. It was a BlackBerry, and it was one that you could like slide, and there was a cool keyboard. And
That's
growing
still
up,
basically a smartphone to me.
well, there was no internet or anything on it.
Sure.
Like growing up, I was always like, that is the phone I want for my first phone.
One day I want to make it like my dad.
You'll never experience the cord problems. Like
did
you
you have a
accidentally
pager?
got the phone on, or a long conversation, but you're attached to a dang cord. I had a pager forever. In fact, I had a pager like years after my friends got cell phones. And the only reason I got rid of my pager to get a cell phone is because my friends stopped letting me use their phone to answer pages.
Right, because you had to pay per call. Yeah. You know what a pager is, Christian.
Yeah.
Okay.
We watched Castaway over the weekend, actually,
Okay.
and he's got a
He's got
pager.
one.
It was, yeah.
Oh, it was great. It's great. I mean, if people called you and wanted to get a hold of you, you just had a built-in excuse like, "Well, I wasn't near a payphone."
Yeah.
What do you want?
No
I
quarters.
didn't have any quarters.
Sorry, buddy.
How am I supposed to call you back? And it buzzed, and you looked cool. You're like, "Oh, I'm getting a page, bro. I'm blowing up."
I don't know that number.
Oh, someone hit the
It says
911.
911.
Gotta holler back.
Better be an emergency.
Can I borrow your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I miss those days.
Life was simpler.
To send text messages, Christian, you used to have to hit the number button to correlate with the letter. That was always fun. So if you wanted to do like S, you had to hit 8 two
Yeah.
times or whatever it
Yeah.
is.
What was that called? T9? T9.
Come a long way.
Oh, but you could text blind. Once you got good at it, you could text in your pocket. Or you like at school, it was easy to text because you knew where all the numbers were. You didn't. It wasn't blind. You could actually just do it by texture, and it was predictive, so it was pretty good. That was not the worst technology, actually.
Man, if you got on a phone call with grandma, though, and you had the short cord,
Yeah, stuck.
just glued to the uncomfortable chair, got nothing
It's like
to
Napoleon
do.
Dynamite.
You did. You had to have the phone in a room where it made sense.
Yes, you did. Right.
Your house had to be planned around where your phone was going to be. And now they don't even build phone lines in the new build houses, I would assume.
I love this old person yells at cloud segment. This is my favorite segment ever. But life was better then. I know every generation of human looks back on their youth and says, "Oh, life was just better." You had to be home to get a phone call.
Yeah, otherwise you were free.
It was great.
Yeah.
And people were okay with that. Like, think of how much anxiety we have about, returning phone calls or texts. I guess not even phone calls unless you're me. Text messages these days, all the anxiety around that because it's like, I know you have your phone in your pocket.
You should start a revolution.
I know. I could just call someone, "Hey, Christian, let's hang out. Give me a call back. You can call me back next week."
Yeah, right. Never called me back. I don't know. Never heard from him. Line was busy when I called. I don't know.
What am I going to do? Stalk him in his house?
Yeah, right. Go to his
No,
home.
I'm just going to move on with my life.
Yeah, right. I have to find something else to do.
Right. Better.
Yeah, it was better.
Way better. Although there was the thing, if you had an emergency in an inconvenient spot, that
Less good.
could mean certain doom. Whereas now
You break your shoulder skiing.
you can easily call for help.
Yeah.
I never was in danger of death. No.
You also put yourself in less danger, I think. This phone's feels like a real bailout, and it's probably not as much as we think. But yeah, you had to be careful. Yeah, if I get stuck somewhere, I have no way to reach you. Now I feel like I can reach anybody everywhere, so I go wherever I want.
All right, stay tuned. We'll have more Jake and Ben. We'll dive back into the world of sports. Talk about the Jazz. We hit the Cougs again. Stay tuned. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.